Hey guys, 𝙬𝙧𝙬𝙧 here, and today I'm back with another Dead Matter video. We're going to jump straight into this one, so if you do enjoy the content, make sure you do subscribe and click that little bell notification to be notified whenever I do upload. So let's jump straight into the closed alpha information. The roadblock is nearly resolved. We have also implemented additional measures to prevent it from coming up again, especially after we launch. We're now fully focused on making sure that we've got all of our key infrastructure in place for the launch of the closed alpha, and we will be announcing a new date in the near future once we know for certain that the roadblock has been resolved. We really appreciate the patience everyone has shown to us thus far, and we're excited to dive into the closed alpha with our players. Now there's two things to take away from this opening paragraph. One, that they're very close to completing the roadblock, but two is this line here. We will be announcing a new date in the near future once we know for certain the roadblock has been resolved. So, not that it worries me, but we've been very close, or what I feel like we've been very close to the release of the closed alpha, or at least getting a date. This line, maybe it's just worded weirdly, but this line kind of makes me feel like we're not going to hear a date for another couple of weeks yet, and we probably won't get the closed alpha until mid-August. I hope that isn't the case. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not much we can do about it if that is the case. It would have been nice to have it any time now. It would have been nice to have a date now, but I suppose with the roadblock still not being fully cleared, it would be a massive risk for them to release another date and then say, actually, we're going to have to push back again. So I can kind of understand it. It just, the wording there kind of freaks me out a little bit. It's like, we're kind of close to the closed alpha, but also we're going to be waiting another couple of weeks before we see anything. So let me know how you feel about this latest news in the comments. I personally thought we'd be getting a date this week. Maybe in a couple of weeks' time we'll hear a date. I would love to be surprised though, and hear a date midweek or something. To be fair, the closed alpha date doesn't have to be released on a weekly update. It could be released during the week. But anyway, that's me just going off on a tangent. That's the latest news on the closed alpha release date. Anyway, let's jump straight into the rest of the development update. So, as well as Nick being busy with moving, he's also been working on perfecting the character lip sync system, which was a bit of a side project over the last couple of weeks. Currently, we have audio pre-processed externally, which we can then bring the data into Unreal Engine 4 for playback. This means that we do not have to capture facial animation data. Externally, process and clean it up while maintaining a result that's considered acceptable. So that sounds quite cool, quite interesting. He's also been working on polishing the character creation menu. As we saw in Vlog 2, was out of date, especially the UI. They've also further tweaked the attributes, perks, and skills, as well as how they interact with your character since our previous implementation. The only thing that is currently missing is the appearance customization, which is being worked on over the weekend. I must say, this character creation looks really nice, really clean. We're actually having a conversation in my Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment about this character customization or creation menu, and we all agreed that it does look very nice. I really like that you pick your occupation, and that actually defines what you're going to spawn with. So as you can see here, for example, the farmer spawned with some basic clothes and a small backpack, as well as some survival gear. And then you have the chef spawn with your work outfit and a kitchen knife. So I do really like these. They also all have different amount of perk points to spend. As you can see here, you'll have to have a balance of 0 or more perk points in order to continue to the next stage. And you select your perks on the right there. So you can get something like hobbyist, let's say, but then you'd need to get minus or negative perks, traits, whatever, to balance that out. I do really like this. I'm thinking actually of creating a video, a deep dive into the character creation screen and how it works during the week. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, here's a quick look at the character creation screen. Hopefully we get to see what the character customization looks like next. Kyle has been working on the lockable vehicles and getting them ready in time for the alpha, implemented in-game feedback menu that will allow players to effortlessly send feedback directly to the development team, and added server whitelisting, implemented nomads fortifications in the game, added safe zone measures that force the player to lower their weapons when entering a safe area, as well as making them invulnerable to damage while in safe zones. We talked about safe zones in a previous video as well. They've also polished the random vehicle spawning system, as well as numerous bug fixes and polished passes on other aspects of the project. So as you can see on your screen now, you can see what the fortified doors and entrances look like. And this is what 𝙬𝙗𝙪 has been working on. He's continued polishing the fortifications and utility assets that were shown in last week's post, and there are some unlocked and locked versions of the security bar and chain variants. The water collector has got another art pass that includes an upgrade to add insulation to protect your water source from freezing temperatures. He has also added a small portable heater that can be used to regulate the temperature of player greenhouses year round. I really like this. You know how much of a sort of nomad survival player I am. And so being able to set up like a little greenhouse and being able to like look after my crops all year round is super cool. And the insulation to water, that means that weather effects are going to come into play when surviving, which is super cool. We haven't quite seen, I know there's a few mods like all the way back in 𝙬𝙤𝙪'𝙧𝙚 mod where temperature did affect you. It's really cool that 𝙬𝙚𝙗𝙪 is going to have this, or I at least assume so by the way it's worded here and what features or assets are going to be in the game. 𝙬𝙚slinger has been polishing animal behavior, including the bear AI shown in a previous update post. And 𝙬𝙤𝙪 has added a unique variant of the katana that players can find in the world that looks worthy of any mantle. Now, we saw a load of katanas last week, so if you're a katana fan, I definitely recommend checking out last week's blog update. Dogtooth has been working on blend maps for emotes, speaking, transitions, and emotions, fitting more player clothes to the models and high poly models for the jersey. 𝙬𝙤𝙧 has added the gun range. The gun range has been something shown as a testing ground for weapons in past updates, but now it has been polished and added for players to test the weapons of 𝙬𝙗𝙪. This is really cool because I genuinely just thought it was like a development testing area for weapons, but to see it in game, this is going to be super awesome. I do wonder if there's going to be like a standalone firing range where all of the weapons are, so you can sort of get a handle or sort of understand how some of them work and control the recoil and stuff like that. I think that would be interesting. I'm not sure whether it fits in a survival game, but like I said, I think that would be an interesting feature. But it's definitely going to be in 𝙬𝙗𝙪 either way, and that's really cool. And as you can see on your screen, like I keep on saying, there's some pictures here, but there's one just before the end and it says, yes, this is a fire alarm trigger. And yes, it does exactly what you think it does. 𝙬𝙗𝙪's premier self-loading target range. So obviously once you set off the fire alarm, a load of zombies are just going to sort of rush the area, and then you'll definitely have some moving target practice to undergo. So yeah, another really cool area. And remember guys, the closed alpha map has actually been expanded from 5x5 to 7.5 by 7.5. So it's going to be a bigger area as soon as we do get into the closed alpha. But that is it for this week's weekly update. Like I said, I don't want to dwell too much on the no release date for the closed alpha. Hopefully we hear soon. I've just got a feeling we're not going to hear again for another week or so, but fingers crossed. I do like what we're seeing here. I really appreciate the work that's going into these weekly updates, and I hope you guys do as well. But guys, as always, thank you so much for the love and the feedback on the previous couple of 𝙬𝙗𝙪 videos. You've blown it up. I've been having so many comments. A load of you have been joining the Discord, which is super cool. And of course, you can find a link to that Discord either in the description or as a pinned comment. But guys, as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.